guys, I'm Lauryn Spencer, and I'm one of your hosts for our podcast, CA Talks. I'm here with our two other hosts.
I'm Dia. I'm the certified podcast freak from Central Campus.
I'm Melaina from North Campus, and I am a jack of all trades, master of none.
Exactly, you have every person you need here. But on today's episode, we are going to talk about all there is to know about CA and what makes it fun, which is student life and how you guys could be involved. So let's talk about what are the things that we could do for student life, like Building 19 we have at Central Campus. I know you guys have your own little thing. So what is it, events that we could do here?
I remember last year they had the bull riding, and I did it. I was only like 3 seconds, so I have the clip if you want to see. Just hit me up. But yeah, that was very fun. I haven't really been to many more because I have classes during that time, which sucked. But I know a lot of people do like doing them. I think they had zip lining here on campus.
They had zip lining.
Yeah, and with that bull riding, they also, for the fall festival, had that big spinning tube of death that you had to jump over. And I did that, and I cannot jump. And it swept my legs out. And normally, for the audio listeners, your back is supposed to be straight. For your video listeners, like this. And I landed on my back, and it went like this and curved around like a gymnast. And I'm not a gymnast. It really hurt, and I got a concussion.
Yeah, they even made us sign a waiver for that event, guys. Like, they had bounce houses, they had like rock climbing, the zip lining, the bull riding. The thing that Dio was talking about, oh my, like, it was so funny watching people, like, as it was spinning and trying to jump over it, because that was a mess. But things like that happen literally all the time. There's also like snow cone machines that you bring out randomly, and it's all free. Like, if you're at CA, everything is free. I don't know one person that paid for anything except for obviously the food, because you gotta feed yourselves, guys.
One time they had the tie-dye.
We had tie-dye, yeah.
Like the snow cone thingy, but like I didn't get to do it because it was like after school and they were wrapping up when I saw it, and I was like, I really wanted to do tie-dye.
Yeah.
A free t-shirt, oh my god.
Yeah, they gave out like the free t-shirts. Did you ever do the event where they like spray painted the hats and the shirts and the dog tags?
No, I missed that. They did have like service animals once, though. Mm-hmm. They got a bunch of little dogs to run around on campus. You'd pet them.
Yeah, but they have everything like that. And also in our student life building at Central Campus, we have a whole area. There's games you could do. People connect their Wiis and their Xboxes, and they play Mario Kart and all that fun stuff. So really, even if you're not involved in a club, there's always something to do, even if you're just walking past by. Like, just hop on a bull ride if you want. Get some ice cream.
Get a concussion.
Hopefully not get a concussion, but maybe risk the concussion because it's so much fun. Like, I don't know. You'll find something to be involved in no matter what.
Yeah, actually, for student life, I think on North Campus they're looking for campus advisory board members.
Yeah.
And I think you also get a stipend, which is pretty nice. Whoa. And you get to like plan all these events and be there behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't be there because as I said, I'm a jack of all trades, and so I can't do everything, guys. So I was like, okay, I'm too busy. I can't do that one. But that's like a pretty fun activity, I think, for people who like those and like being a part of that.
Literally for all the campuses, there's a board for planning. Even if you could be an SGA and then also plan those events, but you could just join in and plan all the student life events as well. So if you already want to be a party planner or something like that, this is good experience for you as well. But we also have clubs for you guys that you could just join through BC, and you could even create your own club. We're all a part of different things. There's all different types of things you could do. If there's not a club there, girl, go make it. Boy or girl, sorry, whatever you want, go make it, because BC will fund it for you. So honestly, just if you have an idea, you have a sponsor, you have a club. So we could take over to North and see what clubs you guys could join here.
For BC clubs, I'm doing Brain Bowl right now. I wasn't that active last year because I joined later in the year, and then when they had their first event, I kind of had SATs and all that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like really hard to get really involved in Brain Bowl, but I did sign up for this year again, so I'm looking forward to that one. I think I'll do the math section, and I heard we get to travel a lot. So
what is Brain Bowl? Like, literally, I have no clue what that is.
Oh, I've done a bunch of Brain Bowls. Basically, you study about a topic, and you become really knowledgeable on it, and then you compete against other teams on, like, general questions. Like, if you're like a math person, then
Yeah.
you're responsible for math questions, and you have sometimes literature or maybe just like pop culture. Like depends on the type of brain bowl you're at. I did one for history once,
Okay.
Black history specifically, and we got third place at the state level, so that was pretty cool.
Okay,
But
guys,
yeah.
Brain Bowl, good one.
Also, I did DECA on North Campus. It was for leadership. We didn't go to the competition, but we did. I learned a lot in that club because I feel like I got to spoke a lot. We had like on the spot impromptu speeches. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm freaking out. Like, we had like one about financial like stuff, and I was like, I don't know anything about finance, and I was like looking up all kind of financial terms to kind of like make my speech better, and like just doing all that helped me a lot, I think, with my public speaking skills,
Yeah.
and also like speaking on the spot about stuff. Yeah, those are the main two that I get involved in on North Campus.
I heard earlier they were talking about math club. That was a big thing here at North Campus.
Oh, math club. That's a CA club, and a lot of like our North Campus juniors were in that one last year. I'm president this year. We're creating new board members, so if you're interested, just make sure to stop by when we have our first meeting. More on that to come. But for math club, it's really fun. We just do math-related activities, as you can expect from a math club. So we had like Jeopardy. We do sometimes scavenger hunts, but like it's math-related. We made a Mobius strip, actually. Do you know what that is?
No, but that sounds interesting.
Oh my god.
I know what those are. That's where you get like the piece of string and then turn it a weird way so it's all one side.
Yeah, it's all one side, and if you cut it, there's this thing where if you cut like a line on it, a straight line, and you open it up, it doesn't like split. It's just like still one big strip, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and thinner, and it's really cool. So we all made that, and then we also had a competition in the beginning of the year of who could like get their Mobius strip to be the thinnest.
Okay.
And when they got like a small 3D trophy, which was really cool. I just gave up after like 3 cuts. I was like, I'm done.
You know, got it. So you gotta do that too. Math club, guys.
Book club. I love book club here. Like, it wasn't really any seniors because like it was just us juniors running it.
Yeah.
And what I like about book club, it's student run, so it's just like us all handing out, all answering questions, and also like we know you get busy sometimes.
Yeah.
So we try to make our questions very general. So like even if you haven't read the book, you can like apply it to life and just like answer based on that or stuff like that. And we give context for questions, and the book is free. So
Yeah.
we love
And I don't
free
know.
books.
I don't know one person at CA that doesn't read. So.
Yeah. We had so many readers, and what was fun was that we had so many like genuine readers. So at the beginning of every meeting, we're like, okay, so what are you guys reading? And someone's like, oh, I'm reading this, and it's like YA contemporary, and then somebody else is reading a classic, and then somebody else is reading fantasy, and then somebody else is reading that.
That's
and
nice,
we all
yeah.
talk about it, and like we all have different tastes. So it was really fun getting to know everyone through book club. And,
That's like a
talking.
probably good way to find your community too, because
That's where
like,
I found mine.
or just find like something new. Like if you're like bored, just read a fantasy book. Okay, I know you're involved in a lot, Dia, guys.
I'm
She's
involved, but in like a criminal way, like unofficially, like I get into trouble kind of way. I am the philosophy club president. That's like that's my cover story. In case people ask what I'm doing, it's for philosophy club.
Let's talk free will.
Yeah, I was testing out the morality of taking somebody's Chipotle to them. Okay.
Yeah, you were. You did.
I did not steal it. The driver didn't speak English, so I had to translate for him and then take the guy's Chipotle bag across campus and give it to him.
And you had the good morals.
I
to
had the
not
good
eat
morals.
it.
That's what philosophy tells you to do.
But even if you're not in that club, I'm in the group chat, guys. It's like the greatest information. That's like a great form of entertainment. Even if you're not like active in the club, just the conversations are great.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is like philosophers back then when you read their papers and then like they respond to other philosophers and it's like so shady. I love it. It's
They're
like
petty. They're
ancient
so
drama.
petty.
I kind of fell into it as well. I was hoping to be vice president, and then the former president just said, "You're the only one that's ever been to one of the meetings going for president. So do you want to do it?" And I said, "Yeah, I guess so. I don't have much else going on." But other than that, I'm involved in a couple of other clubs. GSA, the tabletop club we have. It's not just D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. We have that here in Central. You can go online though.
I haven't played in a while because like the campaigns take hours and like I have stuff to do. So I'm like I can't be on a campaign for 8 hours, guys. I'm sorry. I'm the bad guy. No, I'm just kidding. But I do love D&D. It's really fun.
Yeah, I like D&D too, but at a tabletop, it's not just a D&D. Right now, we're doing Vampire the Masquerade, And usually it only takes like 2 hours, because that's as long as we have the room for. But if you want to join, Central and North doesn't really matter. We can always like have you on in like an online form, like a robot person through Zoom.
Everything's through Zoom now.
I'm joining. I love role playing games. I don't know what it is, guys.
So that's philosophy, GSA, tabletop. Also here at Central, we've got our own Brain Bowl. That's part of the honors society here in Central. Is that also same for North? Yeah. And there's other ones too. There's Model UN, Model United Nations.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about joining that. I used to be a debate kid.
I know Model UN is pretty big though, because they go to competitions and stuff. So does our SGA. So like you could really travel with most of these clubs, I believe. So even if it's a small trip, because we work a lot with the universities that are around us, like FIU, FAU, Nova, like you might have a trip over there. Like I'm in Psi Beta personally, Psi Beta, and then Psych Club. We're really involved in campus, but we also like involve ourselves with Nova's Psych Honor Society. So if you want to do Psi Beta, you could get inducted, and that's really good. And then there's leadership opportunities for you. And then Psych Club, you could also be involved. Like we do games, like guess this, guess that, like more. We also could do like little debates, like nature versus nurture. What team are you on?
Is water wet?
Is water wet? I
That's
don't know.
That's a philosophy question.
Yeah, that's something you want to ask Dia. You could probably have that in a little group chat, a cute little interesting conversation about that. I'm sure there's going to be a heated debate for that one. But we even, like last year, we did an animal stuffing event. And that's something that you didn't have to be in the club for. So like you just walk past by different club events and you could join. A lot of the stuff is open for everyone, even if you're not an active member. But everyone is always welcome to join North Central. Virtually, like you always have a spot for clubs. And then there's also like an engineering club if you're into that as well. I was there for like 2 seconds, realized it wasn't for me, but engineers out there, go get it. Go find your club. There's gaming clubs. Like I think it was a card game club. So literally like just playing different card games, Uno games could get really aggressive. So if you're very competitive, you could join that as well. That's funny because what are you guys' rules for Uno? Do you draw 4? Do you stack?
We need to know.
I just go with whatever the person playing it does, okay? I'll wait for them to make the first move, and then I'll follow whatever crazy,
rules they follow?
Yeah, rules they follow. If you got a full house, 1 through 8, you win instantly or something. I'll follow them afterwards.
For me, I just kind of like play bias. So it's like, if I am the one that has to draw it, I'm like, no stacking, guys, none.
Of course.
If I can contribute to the stacking and like get it all on someone else, then sure, yeah, I don't really mind.
No, I'm always stacking, like, not. But yeah, that's something you could do in the card game club. And I was just talking to a junior, and she was interested in baking. So I told her, girl, create your own baking club because BC will fund it, and all you could do is bake and eat. Like, who doesn't want to do that? So that's fun. But we do have some committees that you could do for NHS. That's a pretty big thing at College Academy. If you want to make a club that is College Academy only, you're going to do an NHS committee. A BC funded club is like open to everyone. So whichever way you want to go, how many audience you want to reach. But our NHS committees are pretty big, and then they're open for every single campus. So like she mentioned earlier, the book club is like technically an NHS committee, but you could also create any NHS committee you want as well. Yeah. Yeah,
I was so intimidated at first when I joined them. There was like 1,000 NHS committees. I was like, what is happening here? This is very strange. But yeah, I guess I just got used to it, like having all those committees. Like some I still don't even know about. Like I was in a bunch of group chats and I checked and it was like pause and I didn't know what they were doing. I was just like, what am I doing here? Yeah, there's a lot going on in those group chats for sure. You could be scrolling for days.
No, I actually haven't gone around to joining NHS. I've kind of been putting that off for a while. How would someone like me, you guys, go about joining NHS here at college?
So basically, it's normal at like any other high school. You're going to fill out an application. Last year, the requirements were cut shorter because everyone knows like quarantine got crazy. You might not have been able to get your volunteer hours, get your leadership responsibilities. There's people that come from ginormous schools where there isn't a lot of some leadership opportunities to gun for. So obviously, like, there's those circumstances, but CA is really good about like helping you guys out. So all you gotta do is fill out that form and you're in. Like, you get inducted and you can immediately start forming your clubs and then your committees, get your ideas going. Like, I remember I joined the engineering committee, the finance committee, the sunflower committee. There's like 1,000,001 committees to join. There was the paws committee, and that like did like that helped with like dogs, and they built dog houses, and that was really cute. And it's a perfect opportunity to get volunteer hours as well, because almost every single committee does volunteer work. Like, environmental club hosted so many beach cleanups. They even hosted one over the summer, and I think they had over like 30 volunteers come. So really, like, I think NHS committees are really where it's at. So, and for someone like Dia, like seniors, it's also, I think it's even easier to join because you're already doing so many volunteer work and like getting hours and just being a leader anyway when you're a junior on your first year. So you probably have those requirements and you didn't even realize it. So you could definitely hop on, email Dr. Barron. There you go.
I'm tight with Dr. Barron. Okay, I had 2 classes with her. Literature and then English 2. So yeah, I guess I'll hit her up with an email, ask, hey, I'm ready to join NHS, and I hope some people are
everyone watching, you guys are going to join too. Yeah. And Dr. Barron is the NHS sponsor for every campus. So even though you guys might have her for English, you could definitely just shoot her an email, and then there you go. We were just in the NHS committee. Melaina sent her an email of all the ideas that she has.
Yeah, because on North Campus, we're working on a bunch of ideas to like get us more involved in the NHS. Because obviously we weren't that involved last year, but like that's something we want to make a bigger thing on campus. Because I think NHS is like a really good opportunity for a lot of like high schoolers in general. And I think it's really fun.
Yeah, NHS really is, I think, a great spot. And it's also good for your guys' resumes to be in an honor society. And you get a lot of leadership positions. Because even if you, like, create a committee, there you go, you're president of that committee. So it's just a good thing to have under. And with the clubs at BC, I know there's a lot of leadership positions as well, because it's probably just one person that created the idea, so they're president, but they probably don't have a secretary or a treasurer or anything like that. So honestly, just when Club Rush comes, guys, talk to everyone, because you could find your new best friend, or you could just find like a new passion. So Club Rush is definitely like a great start to be, and for any juniors, you could definitely like hop on. Like, I don't know, how did your Club Rush go? Because I saw a lot of like our CA students already like stepping up and doing clubs.
Club Rush?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it rained that day.
Oh my god.
I don't remember exactly, but I do think it did. And I also remember having class during Club Rush time.
Okay.
So I wasn't even there. But also, I'm a very email-y person. Like, I will send everyone an email for everything all the time. So I like to, like, keep in contact with people. So, like, if I saw a club I thought I liked, I'll, like, take a picture of their stand and then, like, okay, I'll email them later. And that's how I got involved with a lot of stuff, because I'll talk to people. I'm like, oh, what club are you doing? Like, I had a leadership position for a math club when I was a junior, because I just like went to a meeting and they're like, who wants to? I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
And I was the only one running. So
it's like they're throwing them out. Like, here you go. You get a position. You get a position.
That's how I got to be philosophy president. Okay, I was the only person that went to a meeting that wanted to do it.
Yeah, I think being at like CA or BC in general is just about like wanting to do stuff, because like a lot of clubs have like a lot of position open, but also obviously you have to like want to do it. Like, don't just do it because you want a good resume, because like then like you're not running the club right. So like I think if you want to do it and like you feel like you can do it, just like go for it, guys. Like, I promise no one's gonna bite you unless, but no, I don't think so.
Like, you might have that one person, but let's hope not, you know.
Generally people are like happy to like help you with clubs and stuff on this campus.
Just don't join the biting people club, or else you'll get bit by people.
Or don't create a biting people club, guys.
I want to make the biting people club so we can bite people.
Okay, I'll cross that off
Yeah.
my list. I was planning on making it, but never mind.
Dia got it. You can be vice president. She can be president. But yeah, like I know like the CA people stepping up, like don't be intimidated because like we have Sarah on our campus, on Central Campus, and she's really involved. Like there's Girls Who Code. Like you just reach out to a company because like Girls Who Code is like a global thing. So if you just reach out to them and say you want to create a club at your school, then you could go ahead and do that. Like Girls Who Club is there. And then we also have Medical Volunteers Club, which gives out hours on hours. So there's a lot of volunteers that you could do here. Like Dia, I remember you told us the story about how you accidentally stepped into some volunteer work.
So for the seniors, at the end of the year, we have senior send-off where they all, here in Central at least, they all gather into the gym and they have a little ceremony. And so my friend and I were walking around during the summer around campus, and we end up by chance at the gym during the ceremony. And my other friend Gabe is having trouble putting together the popcorn machine because he's volunteering for him. And I say, hey, I'll help you, Gabe. I know how to fix machinery. I unplugged the outlet and then put it back in, and it worked. And by then my other friend had left, and I was just stuck there. I didn't want to be rude and walk away. So for the next couple of hours, I was just there slinging snow cones for the seniors as they were leaving. I was playing the Beach Boys on my phone to keep me occupied. And that's how I got like a bunch of service hours just by accident. And that happens a lot here on campus. You'll just be walking around, and then you'll find some meeting, insert yourself, and now you've got a job like touring around the incoming juniors and stuff.
Yeah, so I know at BC we have this thing called Seahawk Market. So Seahawks is our mascot.
Really?
But yeah, you didn't know that, girl? Yeah, Seahawks is our
that makes
mascot. So in Seahawk Marketplace is basically like a pantry. They have like food, they have like deodorant, pads, anything like that any sort of thing that you need, they have there. And there is like volunteer opportunities for that. You just have to email them and then find a time slot, and there you go. So, but like Dia was saying, you could literally walk on into volunteer opportunities. The amount of times you walk into the CA office and they might need you to help put together some filing, stick papers and that, do this and that. Like, same thing for the senior and junior awards. Like, walked into the office and they needed help putting together the awards. I was like, there you go. There's some 2 hours down here.
Yeah, and sometimes they come to you. I got headhunted over the summer by Sarah at Central Campus for the SAT Scholar Program as one of the tutors. Apparently Thelwell just had a list that with my name on it for good tutor applications, and Sarah looked at that, sent me a message on WhatsApp, and I got headhunted to be one of the tutors. And that's going to give me some volunteer hours. I don't really need it. For you juniors, you only need 40 hours to graduate, but I believe 100 hours in order to get all the bright futures.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then $250 for a cool cord to wear on your hat when you graduate. if you want that.
You want that cord.
It's just it's super pretty. That's all I want.
I haven't even seen it before, yeah. But I know 250 hours for that for sure.
Yeah.
So
but also,
yeah, just going to say, you juniors, if you go to the Friday Cares for tutoring, you may see me there. And I'll talk about math and reading and stuff.
Yeah, we have a lot of tutoring at CA. So if you don't want to be in clubs, if you don't want to volunteer, and you just want to focus on school and you need that help, we have so many tutoring, like the SAT tutoring. Like, Dia got a good score. So that's the reason why you got scouted, because you got a good score for your testing. So you could do the SAT tutoring. We have SAT tutorings on Friday Cares, which are now going to be in person, by the way, guys. If you didn't know, seniors who didn't know, it's going to be in person. But like on Central Campus, we have Barrazo, who does a lot of the testing, and Dr. Kane. And then even online for Zooms, they did that as well for all the campuses. So if you ever need some tutoring, just go directly to the CA office because they're always there, or go to the SAT tutoring that they're doing the mentoring. So that's just always an option for you with us. And then for North Campus, you guys are going to do the same with the tutoring, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And also through NHS, we have like peer tutoring going on too.
So yeah, like even if you guys at your old schools, you probably know that NHS has tutoring as well. But here it's more optional. But even if you don't need tutoring, you can tutor. Step up to that plate and then get your hours through that as well. Because that's always just another cool thing that you could do if you have that enjoyment. But Friday Cares also has just so many other things you could do. That's where a lot of the clubs will be. And then this year, we want to really make sure that you guys are having fun in Friday Cares because it's going to be on a Friday. Like, you want to make it worth it. So any ideas that you guys have, too, you could definitely, like, do your own little session on Friday Cares. And then that's your own little thing that you do on campus, you know? And people could come to you for help. So, yeah, I really liked Friday Cares last year. How about you guys?
I'll be honest. I did very good on the PSAT. I was kind of bored during the PSAT roundup, but it probably won't be the same for you. It's a very good resource. I just didn't really need. But there were also a lot of like just fun stuff.
Yeah.
I think there were a couple like baking seminars people had on.
There were.
That's also where some clubs will meet up. Usually on Friday. That's when Tabletop met on Fridays, and now they're going to do that in person. What about here up on North?
For Friday Cares, I went to a lot of them because I was just like bouncing around. Like, I saw a fun thing like, oh, music club is here. Like, I was just like experiment a lot, especially in the beginning before I kind of found my niche in my regular schedule. Like, I think after a while, book club, math club, DECA, NHS just became like my norm. Like that was my standard for. But I still bounced around in a bunch of activities for Friday Cares, or if they had special speakers or stuff like that, I would like go to those also.
Yeah, that's another good point. Like, if you're lost, you could go to like every single meeting if you want to, and then figure out your niche, because they did have a lot of guest speakers. I totally forgot that you brought that up. Like, for different events, like I remember they had one for Posse. That's something that you guys could apply for, but they had like a guest speaker for that. There was a mental health speaker. I went to that one, and that was nice. So yeah, if you guys have anything that you need or want, you could just do it on Friday Cares, or probably see it on Friday Cares, because that's something that is just there for you every single week. So don't forget about that. But then, other than that, pretty much everything is open to you to have on for student life. If you want to be involved in anything, this is the place to go. This is a place to do it. You could do like a BC club, you could do the NHS committee, you could volunteer at the Seahawk Marketplace, you could do your own thing for Friday Cares. Like, honestly, there's a lot for you to do. And if not, create your own thing, like let your mind run free, because that's like the biggest point of doing it.
Yeah, make the Biting People Club and get some hours biting people.
Yeah.
That sounds very fun. I will be signing up.
All right, guys, so now it's our segment, our game segment, which we're going to do every episode, and it's called Fact or Fiction. And this is basically where we give you guys a prompt, and then you're going to do fact or fiction. In this case, I'm going to ask them the fact or fiction questions, and then we'll discuss and see how well you guys do. Okay, so the first one is, on Central Campus, Building 12 is a game design building.
Oh, wow.
That's a fact. Okay, I've been to Building 12. I've got a few classes in there. That's a fact. I know it.
You're sure?
Yeah.
You have a few classes in Building 12?
I would bet a bite of these here ginger chunks from the Cost Corporation. That is a fact.
That is fiction, because there's no Building 12, Dia. I don't know how you got classes, and there's no Building 12. Okay.
I knew it.
You thought, but it's okay. It's okay, guys. Don't ever go to Building 12. If someone's trying to play a game on you and say there's a Building 12, they're lying. Don't fall for it.
I'm nice.
Yeah.
If it's a biting club, people don't go.
Yeah, don't go. Don't go to Building 12. Okay. All right, another one. College Academy at BC was established in the early 2000s.
Fact.
Okay.
I'm saying that's fiction. I think it's older.
It's.
I'll bet another bite of ginger. That's fiction.
You're gonna have a lot of gingers, Dia, because it's a fact.
Oh wow! Because I remember them talking about how the entire thing was just started like it's pretty new. I think, so.
And then last year was actually like our 20th anniversary. I think it was opened up in 2002. So there you go. Little did you know. All right, and our last one. This one's for you.
Oh wow!
On North Campus, Building 60 is the North Regional Library.
Incorrect. It's 62.
Oh, you're
no. I'm in there all the time. The study rooms.
Yes.
The study rooms, the ASC. I'm in there all the time.
Yeah, guys, the study rooms in the ASC. Go there for tutoring if you want to, but the library is amazing.
I love like reading books in there. Like sometimes I like take a book and it's like poetry and I like take a picture of the page.
Yeah. Oh.
So, and I have to like, because sometimes I forget my ID. I'm like, I have to check this out. No, thank you.
Yeah, got you.
No, thank you.
She knows her campus. Dia, you have to do better.
That is very spicy.
Building 62 is where BC's North Regional Library is located, but Building 60 is a thing at North Campus, and it's home to the auditorium/wellness. And we do have wellness buildings at Central and North as well. That way you could like work out if you want to, if you're into the gym. And then we also have, I didn't mention, but BC Fit Club, so you guys could join that as well. They do a lot of stuff in the wellness center. But now we're going to come to the end of our episode, guys. It's been fun. It's been great. We talked about a lot. Dia had some ginger.
Yeah.
Remember not to join the Biden committee. Go in the library, take some books of poetry if you forget your ID. But basically, all you guys have to do to learn more about us, to follow us, is on our Instagram. It's at CA Talks Podcast. You could DM us if you guys want to be guests on our show. You could follow us, like, share, all that fun stuff. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as well so you could see this and then have your post notifications on. But it's been a great run. It's been a great episode, guys.
Like YouTubers.
I know. It's so funny.
Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Like and subscribe. And then our next episode is going to air September 14th, and it's going to be Hispanic Heritage Month, so make sure you guys are looking out for that. But thanks for tuning in, and we are tuning out, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.